Et bienvenue à Biarritz. Welcome to France and welcome to Biarritz on the west coast of France, just by the Atlantic Ocean. Biarritz is the city that hosted the D7 Summit in 2019. A city full of cultural richness. You can see surfing over there, and we'll talk about it later in the program. And in the heart of the city, there is our school, and this is where Amore is waiting for you. I'll join you back right away.
Here I am. Here I'm in the studio with the technician teams. I'm in the big complex of our school. Nice things happen here. Nice things like right behind me, the green screen. Felix is there. He's getting ready for the weather forecast. You're ready? Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, I think he is. Go. So, we're in Biarritz. Biarritz lies in the Basque Country. But what is exactly this place? Is it French, Spanish, or is it something more mysterious? Well, Basque Country, or Euskal Herria in the Basque language, is one of the oldest cultures in Europe. It has its own language, history, and traditions. And it's made of 7 provinces spread between the north of Spain and the south of France. Now, what's really fascinating is that Basque, throughout history, have always been great travelers. Throughout history, they migrated a lot around the world, especially to the Americas. For example, in Mexico, the Basque community is one of the largest communities in the country. You want a fun fact about that? About 15% of the the Argentine people names are coming from Basque surname, name ending in Aga, Eta, or Ondo. It's surprising, right? Yes. Many Basques went abroad as whale hunters in the Newfoundlands, as fishermen in the North Atlantic, or sailors exploring new lands. You may have heard of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, that small French territory near Canada. It was first visited by Breton and Basque as early as in the 16th century. Others went to the United States as shepherds in the Rocky Mountains or as lumberjacks and miners. In South America, they became gauchos, those famous skilled horsemen known for their courage, independence, and bravery. In South America, they became gauchos, and let's not forget about Juan Sebastián Elcano, the very first man to complete a voyage around the world after Magellan's death. He was Basque too. All of this explains why Basque, wherever they live, keep this strong sense of pride and of identity. Today, Basque communities can be found all over the world, in the United States, Mexico, Argentina, Chile, and even Australia, still celebrating their roots through festival, language, or sports, just like Cesta Punta. This living connection between migration and tradition is exactly what keeps the Basque spirit alive, from Biarritz to Voici, from Bilbao to Buenos Aires. Today I'm with Laurent Sorazabal. Hi Laurent.
Good morning, Amaury.
Welcome. Laurent Sorazabal, you are known as a brilliant Cesta Punta player with a career that took you from the Basque Country to United States, especially Connecticut. Mm-hmm. For those who may not exactly know about the sport around the world, could you introduce us in a few words and present you? I see you have an object right here.
Yes, I have a basket, a highlight basket. Actually, it's called Cesta Punta here, and Cesta Punta is 2 Spanish words actually. Okay. Cesta is a basket, punta is a tip. Okay. Because you catch a ball on the tip of the basket and you throw it back. Okay. Actually, to play Cesta Punta, you have to put your hand
like
in the glove, like a glove. You tie it around your wrist. Yeah. You catch the ball and you throw it back.
Okay. Okay. Great. why did you decide to leave for the United States at that time? What did such a special country had to offer to a young Basque player at the time when you were really young?
Yes, I left when I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Back then, the only opportunity to play professionally was in America.
Okay.
So either in Florida or in Connecticut or in Rhode Island.
Okay.
So that's why I left.
The choice was from you. It was you went to America. There was no offer to come or
both because
both, yeah.
Yes, because already many players went over there before us, and so when I was young. When I was about 13 years old, I was already dreaming about going to play to America.
Okay, so yes. It was a dream.
Yes.
Okay, and so you weren't the only Basque there. There was already a community around the sport.
Yes, especially back then there was maybe like 15 frontons, highlight frontons in America,
already.
And in each fronton there was about 40 to 50 players. So a lot of people are already over there. So we already had a lot of contact with people over there, and we ended up going.
Were you able to keep your community, your culture? How did you manage to keep your Basque identity in such a different world?
Well, we were playing all the time, and we are always together. Like I said before, maybe 50 or 40 players living in the same houses sometimes, and playing 9 times a week.
Okay, nice.
So we are always surrounded by Spanish Basque people. Actually,
great.
French people were maybe like 10%, 80% were like Spanish Basque people, and 10% Americans.
Okay, that's cool. So there's really a strong community
very,
even
very
there.
Strong,
okay,
yes.
I must mention that you are still active today. You own handcrafting when you repair chisteras, those baskets.
Yes.
You also teach to very young players the sport. Your own sons are champions in the US, and your daughter is the actual best player in France. What does that mean to you personally regarding your children, but also your pupils?
Well, actually, my children, I never forced them to play. When I came back to Europe and to France, I was still playing, so they watched me play, and some days, hey, Dad, we want to do that too, we want to play. So, oh, no. So we started playing, and at the beginning, when they went over there and said, well, we're going to have fun, and, I said, no, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it seriously. And we did it seriously, and they became
pro.
Yes, they became pro too, and very good players, 3 of them, yes.
Okay, beautiful story. So you lived this dream. You were able to travel. Your children too live this dream. What does this dream of traveling through Cesta Punta still carry the same meaning today, or maybe some things have changed? What is the point?
A lot of things have changed. Back in the 80s, in 1988, we went on strike, actually. All the highlight players went on strike, and it did last for almost 3 years.
Oh yeah,
it was very long, and little by little, people stopped going to highlight because actually Cesta Punta was a support for gambling. People were gambling on highlight.
Okay,
yes.
so there was a link between gamble and the sport.
In the 80s, the frontons were packed. Maybe like on Saturday night, people would come from New York. Like 5,000 people were in the stands and betting. And after that, we lost most of the people, and they started going to other sports, going to casinos, and little by little, frontons highlights closed. There was like 15 of them open in the 80s. Right now there is only 1 left. So it's very difficult for like young players to dream of going to America. The seasons are very short. There's not too many places to go, and but right now Cesta Punta is getting great again in Europe, and especially in the Basque country of Spain, and they can play professionally today in Spain. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more a dream to live here more than in America today. That's maybe the big changement.
A little both. Like young players, they want to go just to discover it. And right now, a lot of them are going to Denia, that's just above Miami, and they have only a 3-month season, but they are very happy to go in the winter and to discover what it was back then, and they come back here and play the rest of the year in France and Spain. Yeah.
So that's a sport where you play together. You've just said that there was a lot of story of money before. So what values do you hope to share through the sport? What values comes out from when you're playing or when you're teaching?
A lot of respect, actually. The word is called Plaza Gizon. And in Pelota Vasca, there is a Plaza Gizon. You respect your opponents, you respect the referees, and you battle hard to win a game, but there's always a lot of respect, yes.
Okay, thanks. Thank you so much for this time. Finally, do you have a message or an advice to give to the world to maybe respect at his curiosity, or to even make them practice Cesta Punta and Basque culture?
Well, all I can say, if you come to the Basque country, you have to try to discover the Basque culture. You have to try watch games, watch the culture, which is dancing, which is rugby, even if it's not Basque at the beginning, but it's very surfing, music too.
Yeah, we have nice musicians.
A lot of musicians, bass songs and stuff like that. And if you come to the Basque country, I'm sure you're going to come back.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have the chance to be next to the ocean, and the whole life is gathering around it. We went and met a lot of the passionate people, and this is how it goes.
Biarritz, a man, a board, and surfing makes its arrival in Europe. It all started here, back in 1956, at the Côte des Basques, one of Biarritz's beaches. Peter Wirtel, an American screenwriter, was in France for a movie shooting. When he saw the waves of the Atlantic Ocean, he had his surfboat brought over with the film equipment, and he rushed to the waves in front of the locals.
This is how it all started. Peter Wirtel had broken his board at the Côte des Basques. At the time, my uncle worked on epoxy, fiberglass, that kind of material. So he fixed his board. And he said, "How much do I owe you?" I answered, "Well, listen, just lend me the board for a day to try it." He called me right away. "Come over to see how you can walk on waves." I was very intrigued because I had never heard of that. And we went over there by the slope with Peter Wirtel, the board, and my uncle. It was really heavy. Well, a board 3 meters long weighed about 45 kilograms. It all began more or less in September 1956. There were only the three of us. The following year, several young people who were interested came over. There were about a dozen who got really hooked.
Peter Wirtel had flown back to California, but the board had stayed in Biarritz, and enthusiasm grew among the locals and over.
I've been surfing, I was 22 and I quit at 82, so it's 60 years surfing. Non-stop.
From then on, over the years, surfing has spread all along the Atlantic coast in Europe, up to Ireland and down to Portugal and further south to Morocco and Africa. Biarritz has become a major stop for international surfing competitions, welcoming by 3 times the World Championships and thus confirming its status as the European surf capital. And with the rise of the sport, the world region has been a showcase for the industry. From independent surf shops to major international companies, surfing went from being a curiosity to a true economic sector.
In 1985, Quicksilver and Ripper, Australian brands, established their headquarters in Europe near Biarritz. It was the beginning of the surfing industry in Europe. Since then, numerous companies have developed in the industrial and service sector with very strong growth until 2007. The surfing and boat sports economy still represents nearly 4,000 direct and indirect jobs and approximately 400 companies. 350 surf schools are located in the regional surf ports. 25 years ago, Bordeaux University created with companies master in boat sports management unique in Europe. Today, this master still trains future professionals.
From the beginning, Biarritz and the Basque Coast attracted surfers from all over the world, opening ways for cultures to mix and for people to meet.
So I'm the son of 2 parents who participated in the start of the surf industry in Europe. My mom was born in Bayonne and my father was from California and came in the 70s to surf here in the Basque Coast. I was born here in the Basque Country, started surfing from a very young age, and then started competing in my teenage years. When I was 22, I left to California for about 20 years, where I worked in the action sports industry. and came back 5 years ago, really wanting to reconnect with my roots here in the Basque region. And the brand is meant to be a hybrid of the Basque and the California culture with a true heritage of both.
And that's how surf gently nested in Basque culture.
There's my friend. My friend is
Yes,
back.
I'm back. I run for
Welcome.
being in at time.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
And
we're at the lighthouse.
yes,
It's far away.
I run. So yes, this is a very interesting subject that we just seen. And who say surfing obviously say surfer. And we have today the pleasure and the honor of welcoming a past pro surfer of the tour, who is also a musician and happen to be the daughter and the son of Tom Cruen, Liane Cruen and Patrick Cruen. How are you?
Oh, doing well, thank you.
Good, thanks.
Nice, thank you for being here and with us today. So like Sean Tigan in our last report, you know about dual culture because you, Liane, you are French-American. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's great to be lucky enough to travel young and learn from two cultures at the same time.
Okay.
I think with Basque people, a lot of people have that. Some family somewhere else too, so it's really cool.
So I guess you did travel a lot in your life. You must have seen a lot of countries.
Yes, with surfing, I did travel, and I still do.
Okay.
All over the world to surf different places.
Okay, great.
And you, Patrick, you are Americano-Panamean, that's right?
Yeah. So my mom's from Panama, and yeah, we have the same dad, and so yeah, same thing. I kind of grew up traveling a bit with surfing, and now we're all playing music. So
That's
nice.
a really culturally significant brotherhood right here.
Very.
So, okay, and you, Liane, you are a past pro surfer who practice freeride surfing now. Can you tell the relation you have with the surf in your life and now?
Yeah, I mean, both of us, we really grew up surfing. It's part of our culture and our upbringing. So yeah, we don't really feel like ourselves if we don't surf for super long. At least I don't.
Okay.
And it's a very nice thing to do, to be in the ocean. Yeah, just exercise, like express yourself too. It's like a very creative sport. So yeah, I really connect with it.
There's a really connecting to the natural side of the sport. That's really...
Yeah, you're in direct contact with the element of the ocean, and you, it's nice. It brings you in the moment too. So it's one of the things like people like running every day, or everyone has their thing, and surfing is a great thing to do. We're really lucky.
Okay.
And why you decide to stop to being on the tour?
Yeah, this time, like for me to compete and do well, I had to put really 100% of my time into it and energy. And I grew up also playing music, and I was really missing that from my life, like to do it more on a more regular basis. And I started making more music again and dove more into it, and then my attention kind of drifted from competitive surfing. So it's like for me, free surfing and music kind of balanced together a little easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And both of us, what kind of board do you surf today? So
I usually ride just a standard shortboard.
yes.
Yeah, so I don't venture too much on like twin fins or single fins.
Yeah, I like to ride a bit of everything, and not so much the shortboard. Even though sometimes I do. Yeah. But that's because I'm older, you know. You'll see when like in 10 years. You know.
Okay.
And yes, because yes, today there are a lot of different shape of board, and and many new technology too, like the innovant brand of Wide, and that exactly we are talking it, and what we are talking about in our next report.
We used to go surfing like every weekend, And almost every weekend we used to break our board and repair them. And yeah, went to the idea that we could make more durable and stronger surfboards. I'm Sylvain, I'm one of the two co-founders of Wive. Created the company almost 5 years ago now. Our boards are a bit transparent. It's really different and innovative in terms of design because it's hollow inside. Advantages of the technology first is really about the performance. With 3D printing we can play on the pattern inside the board. Traditionally on a surfboard it's like a foam blank, completely homogeneous. With 3D printing we can make different pattern to play on flexibility, twist of the board, to make it stronger also and like high impact resistant. Second is the environmental impact because we use bio-based plastic inside the board, so we cut the CO2 emission by 40% compared to a traditional surfboard. But with our technology we can go really further in terms of feeling. Yeah, we can really do something like really flexible or really stiff depending on the condition and the type of wave. So it takes several days overall to make the board because yeah, it's handcrafted and then you need to make it dry in between different layers. So overall it will take around 1 week to make a board. Starting the company right after university is at the same time a huge risk and challenge and also a huge opportunity. It's a risk because you kind of don't know nothing about what a company is and you don't have work experience. And it's also an opportunity, first because you have nothing to lose and also because you are kind of really innocent and you don't know how hard it is. And that's like pretty cool. So you go step by step and learn. It's a human experience.
So, Patrick, Liane, we are back, and we all know that surfing runs in your family, especially with your grandfather Pat and your father Tom. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so our grandfather was a pioneer in surfing in Hawaii. He would surf Waimea, so he would surf very big waves, and our dad, he was just, we see him as just a normal dad, but he put us on the board early on, and so yeah.
And we have a lot of the rest of our family too that surfs, and I think it's really humbling, like when you have a grandfather who surfed way bigger waves than you ever do. So it's like also takes some pressure off, like you're not going to top that. So it's just like whatever, I'm just going to surf.
It's more of the competition, or there's a kind of pressure when you're there?
I think maybe there could be pressure, but it's almost like there's no pressure because there's no point really.
It pushes you.
But it's cool. It's like the super positive, like to be able to watch also growing up his level of surfing and his wave like reading, and from close it's like very lucky, I think.
Yeah, must be inspiring.
Yeah, super inspiring.
Okay. We are going to talk about handicap. We have a whole subject on handy surfing. How does the two worlds collide between surfing and handy surf? Do you have sometimes you see, how does it collide?
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just really inspiring that, a handicapped surfer is able to just go out. However they do it. It's there is a strength to it. It's amazing. Yeah, they have the same stoke, if not more. So it's very inspiring.
Okay, thanks. So surfing is a culturally significant sport, and it's inclusive. everybody can enjoy, able-bodied people and disabled too. I had the chance to talk with Céline Rouillard a few days ago because today she might be still in Portugal for a great competition. She's a really, really good surfer, and that is her story.
Hello, Céline.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So can you tell me, there's the sea behind us. Where are we today? What is the city we are in?
We are in Cap Breton.
Yeah.
It's my training.
Okay.
And I'm surfing since 10 years.
Okay.
And I'm a two-time world team champion.
Okay.
And I love surfing.
Okay. So you are not surfing. You have a disability.
Yes.
So what types of disabilities are present in the para surf, in the official competitions of surf?
I have multiple sclerosis.
Okay.
I surf in category 1-2.
Okay.
I'm lying down.
Okay.
And I have an assistant pusher with me.
Okay.
And you have 8 categories.
Okay.
In parasurfing. You have disabilities like amputation, arm or leg amputation.
So it depends on the amputation, whether you are in a team or another.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have arm amputation, it's like stand 1. You have stand 2, stand 3 for amputation leg. And you have a category like blind surfer. And light surfer, we are 2 categories, point 1, point 2.
Okay.
It's for disabilities like tetraplegic.
What are the main problems you have to face both in and out of the ocean when you're practicing your surfing?
Problems I have is the fatigability.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm very tired,
Okay.
and I cannot stay a long time in water.
Do you feel that still there is any benefits out of being in the ocean when you're doing your sports?
Yeah, I benefit like this one. It's better when I surf. I'm less tired, and it's important for my arm, for my leg, to. It's my best friend. He always here with me on the beach when I surf.
Yeah.
He wants to surf.
When did you started competing 10 years ago, or it was just the beginning of you doing sports?
It's the beginning of surf, and I start competition 6 years.
6 years ago. Okay. And do you have any goals today with these competitions?
Yes.
I heard you were training.
Yes, 2 goals: the gold medal in individual category,
Okay.
and perhaps I hope Paralympic.
Where it's taking place, your next competition?
The next competition, it's Monday in Portugal. It's a European Championship.
Okay. You travel a lot with your competitions. An advantage for moving and seeing countries, or?
Yes, I'm lucky. I can travel a lot.
Okay.
And this year I saw California, Spain, a lot of spots of surfing.
Between us, what's the best spots in the world you've seen?
For me, it's Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's long wave. I'm lucky, it's very good in water. They are curious.
Yeah.
And they are very friendly with me.
Okay.
And like they let me priority.
So they are not all well informed. They do not all have the culture of your handicap and what's handy surf, even when they themselves are surfing. They don't.
They want to know.
Yeah, they want to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so your board is right here.
Yeah.
So it's a special board.
It's a special board.
These are special groups.
Special group for me.
Yeah.
And we have this one for my code.
You never work alone. You always have a teammate to accompany you.
Always.
Okay. He pushes you, I think.
Yeah, he pushes me and in the wave, and me, I have to move on the wave.
Okay.
Like we have just seen, we are surrounded by kind surfers. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are gonna meet you right after that, because you're a musician too.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna see this right after that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Jane. Hi Charlie.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome. Charlie, you're gonna talk with us about a festival, I think, that's happening once a year.
Yeah. That's the FIPADOC Festival. Today I'm going to introduce you to this documentary audiovisual program festival.
Yeah.
It's international.
Okay.
It is one of the 3 film festivals that are happening in our beautiful city every year. And we are invited to this festival as audiovisual students.
Of course.
But let's see a little program to understand what it's about.
FIPADOC likes to consider itself a citizens' festival. In these times of upheaval, we want it to be a place for lively discussion that fosters democracy, for otherness that seals the social contract, and for culture that softens the brutality of day-to-day life. It's in the heart of Biarritz, this surf and chic city, that the festival takes place. It's in emblematic places, such as the Casino, the Bellevue, the Cinema Royal, and the Gare du Midi, that people gather to watch films. From short films to long-length documentaries, FIPADOC celebrates all forms of documentary creation, from the light-hearted to the most politically engaged.
So as a jury, I think we have a very challenging job to just select one prize, because we have to select from a very wide selection of films from all over the world.
Some films receive awards at the end of the festival. These prizes highlight documentaries that left a strong impression on both the audience and the juries. Each year, a country or a region is honored. In 2025, the spotlight turned to the Balkans, revealing the richness and dynamism of its voices. Besides, visitors can also enjoy a unique experience with the VR Smart program, where they can watch and discover a story through new technologies. This creative way of telling stories is a step towards the future, and we must seize this new method of creation. For us students, FIPADOC is much more than a festival. It is where we discover new realities, where each film challenges our perspective and connects us to the world. Listening to stories, meeting filmmakers, and debating ideas is an experience that shapes our curiosity, empathy, and sense of citizenship.
Because I believe in the students. You are not spoiled, you are not politicians, you are a human and you want to take care.
Finally, FIPADOC is a space where documentary becomes consciousness, and where each film is an invitation to listen, to feel, and to act.
Now, for those who didn't know about this festival, you know a little bit more about what's happening. But I wanted to know more about the opportunities that we can have in this festival as audiovisual majors. And I got the chance to ask a few questions to 2 of the organizers yesterday on a video call. So let's see the interview. Hello, Christine and Marion, and welcome. We are so glad to have you here to answer some of our questions about the FIPADOC. Which we have the pleasure to attend every year here in Biarritz. Christine, you were nominated the FIPADOC Managing Artistic Director in 2008 after being a lawyer and a banker, and you also launched your own production company in 2001, Allegria Production. You produce more than 60 creative documentaries. So why do you think financing this kind of film is important in our society?
Well, it's not only financing, it's also producing them. And I think anything that can make us, the audience, being able to understand better the world is helping building new bond within a society and developing empathies through stories. For me, has motivated most of the film I've produced and hopefully most of the programming of the festival as we did in the last 7 years.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. I guess that is also why the festival choose to expand it to younger generation with the campus part. Marion, you are the campus part manager.
Yes, hello. Thanks for having me. I will say that there are several reasons, but one of the reasons is just what Christine was saying about building empathy, and this is also very true for the young audience. One thing that is linked to civic engagement is also building media literacy and to counter fake news so that the students can think critically and question sources. It also, in a way, encourage their creative voice. And maybe it can trigger a potential to build a next generation of filmmakers.
Okay, thank you. I myself went to several screenings last year, this year's edition, and I recall one of them was part of the new talent selection made by students for their final exams. So I was wondering how you can end up in a festival with this kind of movie.
So it's not only graduation films. We also show films from bachelor's or workshop films. How we proceed is we go through a call of films, like really 80-90%. It's a proactive take from the filmmakers who send their films to the festival. And there's also like for the professional films, we go look for special films that would be interested or in certain schools.
I have a last question about the campus initiative before moving on to something else. If I'm not mistaken, the European Story section is selected by young people from different European countries. Are there also students or not necessarily, and how they're selected?
So the films are not selected by the students. The films are selected by the team from FIPADOC, but they are judged by the students. We partner up with 5 other film festivals in Europe. It's a call again. So the 7 young people can be either high schoolers. We have somebody from high school coming from Nouvelle-Aquitaine. They can be students or they can be emerging talents.
I'd like now to move on the next step after the studies, because we are talking about the campus part, but there is also the FIPADOC Pro. Can you tell me maybe who are the people in these industry days at the FIPADOC Pro, and what kind of encounters happen during these days?
The idea behind the FIPADOC Pro is to favor new projects. So we are a place where you can bring a project, pitch it. There's several sessions of pitching, and then we favor encounters in between financiers and talents and producers. And we try to match those people, and we try to favor the emerging of new project and the financing of this project and the best condition for this project to become films. France has a reputation of being the first country in the world for feature film co-production. What the CNC have asked us, and it's one of our patrons, is to be the place for documentary to be able to be the result of co-production. Now, what it is for the emerging talents or the newcomers, let's call you newcomers. We are a middle-sized event. Everything of the FIPADOC Pro take place in the same building, and we have matchmakers depending of who you are. If you're an emerging talent or newcomers, you'll have someone to guide you into this industry. So you can attend conferences on the new trends or on the what is France Télévisions looking for, what is Arte looking for, but also you can meet with others. So that's a place where you can come with a project. I'm not saying you're going to come back and you're going to have the financing in place, but at least you'll have some sense of what is the reaction of the marketplace and who are the potential partners that are happy to do it with you.
I think we arrived to the end of my questions. I want to thank you for all your answers, and I can't wait for the next edition. I guess maybe I'll see you there, and good luck with the preparation.
Good luck for you. Thanks a lot for your question and your interest in the festival. See you in Biarritz.
So if you want to join us for the next edition of FIPADOC, it will be happening from the 23rd to the 31st of January in Biarritz. But you can get more information on their website, and you can also book your tickets. It's www.fipadoc.com.
We'll certainly be there. Okay, I think Jan, pardon. I think it's your turn now. You're going to present us a very famous street French artist.
Yes, he's on worldwide, and we don't know his face, but his name is Invader. You may know the name Space Invader. It's maybe familiar to you because it's from a Japanese video game. And you may have seen his work without even knowing it, because it takes form of the small mosaics inspired by these ultra pixelated characters. And since the 1990s, he has been pasting them on walls in major cities in Paris, London, Tokyo, Hong Kong. But what was unexpected is that you can find them in the bottom of the ocean and also outer space. It's not only art for him, it's also a way to defend many causes, like animal protection. And the message behind the action was we need more space. It's a warning about intensive farming. He created a shocking mosaic tifo depicting a rabbit in a cage. And it's not his first time he participated several times in awareness raising campaigns for animal rights. So it's really good because more than ever, art is a way of defending causes, and it's really important. But the main purpose of his work was invasion, and it's working because he's everywhere in the world. And he's using urban space as his technology. He's hacking the world, and each work is cataloged, photographed, and it's in the database. There's tens of thousands of mosaics in more than 30 countries, so it's really huge.
I see colorful patches.
Yeah, you
right
can
there.
find stickers on his website. You can have it if you want.
Okay, great.
And also a map of a part of his work here in Biarritz, Bayonne, Anglet. But what's interesting is that he has a phone app. So if you're a gamer, you should try it. The goal is to enable the authentication of this work and collect them. What is fascinating is the participatory dimension of the art, actually. And this hunt isn't just limited for big city. You can find him in the Basque Country, and that's maybe why you know him. He's in Biarritz, Bayonne, Anglet. He's part of our urban landscape. It's sometimes more in a corner of building, sometimes more visible, but it's always, it's obviously evoke the word of the sea, surfing. It's colorful because here in the Basque Country, everything is colorful.
He's part of everybody's life. Like,
We've
always been there, even when we don't know him.
Yes, and I think you talk about an app. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, the name is Flash Invader, so it's available on every smartphone. You should download it if you want, and you can play. You have to photograph the art, and it's gonna recognize it. You can get points based on the size and the rarity of the work. It's like a life-size video game for me because he loves video games, and you can build your own collection, track your progress, and play with other participants.
Wow. Kind of interactive.
Yeah, it's brilliant because you no longer just admire work and art. You go out.
Live with it.
You can go out, search for it, and there's a community of over 3,000 people.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I think it connects art, gaming, and community. It's a way to rediscover our cities and just not only smartphone in the end. And you should.
He really created this for his community.
Yeah, and you should be part of the community.
Of course, I will.
If you want to. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. Now we've seen about Invader, the festivals, and right now it's time for the weather. Let's check that.
Hi everyone to today's weather broadcast. I'm Felix, your host, and let's not waste any time and get going right now with the regional broadcast. So welcome to France. It's a beautiful country, the best in the world, in my opinion, and in everyone's opinion, really, the correct one. Let's zoom in on the Lens region for a little bit and look at the Bordeaux, the first city on the map. Here, the temperature will range between 14 and 24 degrees, and it will be a beautiful day of fine weather all around. This fine weather will continue if you go down towards Arcachon. No, sorry, it was, yes, it's in Arcachon, sorry. Temperature will range between 14 degrees and 24 degrees approximately, and with a great October sun all day long. Now, let's take a look at Dax, which is also going to have pretty good weather today, with temperatures ranging between 13 and 20 degrees, with a slight risk of rain late in the evening. Now, let's head home to the cities of the BAB, which encompasses Bayonne, Anglet, and Biarritz. Those three cities will all have a beautiful day, with temperatures ranging between 15 and 23 degrees approximately, with a slight risk of breeze in the late parts of the afternoon. Let's end our trip by looking at the cities of the Basque Country, Saint-Jean-de-Luz and then Hendaye. Those two cities will again be blessed by a very good weather full of sun, maybe some clouds in the later parts of the day and even some wind, making a perfect day for outdoor activities. Thank you for listening to this weather broadcast, but don't leave just yet, because we're coming back in a second for the surf broadcast. Welcome back, everyone, to this surf broadcast. Yes, it is true, these conditions are not ideals, but it's not because there's rain on the forecast that you should just quit and leave and abandon all your motivation. Just try it out. Go have some fun outside to see with your friends. It'll be a fun day. Let's start by looking at the iconic spot of Osogor. Here, the waves will be around 1.1 meters tall and the wind coming from the southeast with an onshore wind, with a period of 9 to 10 seconds, making this a great day to practice your basics. Let's now take a look at the Anglet beaches, which mainly is the Chambre d'Amour. Here the waves will be slightly smaller, but more or less the same, of around 1 meter approximately. The nice wind coming from offshore will make it so that the waves will be slightly hollow, making it easy to maybe not take a tube, but still have fun with a longboard. Now let's take a look at the Biarritz beaches, mainly the Côte des Basques. In this beach, the waves will be slightly smaller, roughly 0.7, 0.9 meters. But the period of 9 to 10 seconds will make it easy to go past the breakers and have some fun out to sea. Let's finish this trip by looking at the traditional spot of Hendaye on the border with Spain, where the waves will be relatively small, between 0.4 and 0.7 meter. A wind will still be coming from the southeast, and the period still from 9 to 10 seconds. If you're lucky enough, you might find the wave of the day. Thank you, everyone, for having listened to this wonderful broadcast with me. I've been Felix, your host, and it's been a real pleasure. But I'll let you go back to your regular program. And welcome back and welcome to Mathieu, who is going to present us the music part of our program with our two favorite surfers.
Yes, Liane and Pat Curran are two great musicians besides being two great surfers. So Liane, one of your first band was Betty the Shark with some of your friends that you met in our school. Can you talk a little about it?
Yeah, Betty the Shark was a project that I started in middle school, and then we played for like 7 years, recording 2 albums. And it's kind of the project where I learned a lot about music making and touring, and I really loved these years and the songs we made.
Okay, great. And you, Pat, I saw that you're very active since 2020. You made 5 albums in solo. Did you have a band before?
I did have a band before. We were called Clean Spill. And then after I started just recording on my own. And yeah.
Okay. And your father is also a great musician. Do you, like here, played a lot in family, etc.?
Yeah, we kind of learned with him because he had to practice. So we both learned like drums, bass for me, and we still play with him a lot. And also it's made us kind of learn how we play and be really natural playing together. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool to keep playing together.
Okay. So thank you for your answer. I will let you play some music and have fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So this song is called Winter Ballad. It's a new song. Washed up on the shore, left for dead, footsteps in the sand, tainted of red. These people pass me by, how cruel, singing to their tune. I'm bothered by my side, how brutal is it? Be forgotten soon. Murdered by your hand, I'm sur la lune, the keeper of a lamb, always do. These people pass me by, how cruel, singing to their tune. I'm bothered by my side, how brutal is it? Be forgotten soon. You
pass you by, we will listen to your music.
Okay, thank you so much.
You have an album released in May, Malentendu.
Yeah, this is the name of the band. It's a project I have with Maya Ibar, who's a great musician who lives here, and Pat played the drums on the album.
Okay, okay. And, you also have another project recently
and this is my EP
released?
on my name, Leanne Curran.
Okay.
And where he also plays drums.
The drums?
Yeah, we always collaborate.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's time to end this program.
That's already kind of the end.
Yes, sadly.
But I hope we are gonna have the opportunity to realize to make that again.
Yes.
That happen.
Yes.
And we were happy to see you. We're gonna let the show to the group for a last song, a personal touch. And thank you.
An exclusivity.
Yeah. Exclusivity. Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us.
One of Pat's songs we're gonna play now. Thank you for having us.
Cool.
Here we go. You ready?
Good.
I can't swim, so throw me in the water. Barely getting by, I made a couple dollars. My toes staying dry, I ain't getting wet yet. Standing here, and the pressure is making me sweat. Holding a light on, holding a light on. Stay for the rise, son, stay for the rise, son. Holding a light on, holding a light on. Stay for the ride, son. Don't know how to fall, so push me off a mountain. Taking my time, stop drinking from the fountain. I think I'm getting cold, goose pimples all over my neck.